The laughter was still echoing when I set my fork down. Crystal glasses chimed. Linen napkins rested like folded alibis. My wife's sister leaned back in her chair, satisfied, her smile sharpened to a point. "Some men just don't aim high," she said, eyes on me. "Not everyone can live above the city." They laughed again. Even my wife. Not loudly. Worse, carefully. I watched the candle between us flicker, counting my breaths. I had waited for this moment longer than they knew. I met my wife years ago when ambition still felt romantic. We were both starting out. Late nights. Cheap wine. Promises whispered like prayers. Her sister came later, already polished, already loud, already measuring people by square footage and ceiling height. She married money. Or so she thought. I didn't fit their picture. No flashy car. No public victories. I let them believe I was smaller than I was. It made things easier. The first crack came quietly. A dinner months ago where I wasn't invited. A joke at my expense that arrived secondhand. My wife's phone lighting up and going dark when I entered the room. Nothing dramatic. Just patterns. Patterns are louder than words. Then the email. A forwarded lease agreement that wasn't meant for me. My name sat at the top like a signature no one recognized. The penthouse address was unmistakable. The one my sister-in-law bragged about. The one her husband pretended to own. I didn't confront anyone. I don't rush conclusions. I verify. I pulled records. Cross-checked payments. Watched the rent arrive on schedule, every month, from a company he used to hide the trail. I owned the building through a holding firm I'd built before I even met my wife. Quiet money. Patient money. The betrayal wasn't the lie about the penthouse. It was the shared contempt. The way they bonded over my supposed inadequacy. The way my wife learned to laugh along. So I planned. I renewed the lease without changes. Sent courteous notices. Smiled at family gatherings. Let them underestimate me. People reveal everything when they think you're harmless. Back at the table, the laughter thinned. I felt the weight of their expectations pressing me down. I straightened instead. "Oh, I aim high," I said calmly. "I just don't advertise." My sister-in-law smirked. Her husband shifted. I reached into my jacket and placed a slim folder on the table. No drama. No rush. "About the penthouse," I continued. "The one you live in." The room leaned in. "You've been a good tenant," I said. "Mostly on time." Silence landed hard. Forks froze midair. My wife's face drained, color retreating like a tide. Her sister blinked. Once. Twice. "That's not funny," she said. I slid the lease toward her husband. His name stared back at him. My signature below. "I prefer long-term arrangements," I added. "Stability matters." The table went cold. My wife didn't look at me. She couldn't. She knew now how long I'd known. How little she'd known me. Her sister's smile collapsed. Not anger. Panic. The kind that cracks foundations. "I own the building," I said. "Have for years." No one laughed. I stood, smoothing my jacket. "Enjoy dessert," I said. "It's on me." I left them there, surrounded by evidence and their own smallness. Later, alone, I felt something loosen in my chest. Not joy. Release. The weight of pretending slid off my shoulders. Justice doesn't need volume. It needs timing. They thought power was loud. They were wrong. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't raise my hand. I simply reminded them who had been holding the ground beneath their feet the entire time. And I let it go.